Good evening and welcome to our annual side-by-side concert. We've been doing this the past several years to get a head start with scheduling, because we know this week guidance counselors are going to be talking to all of our 8th graders from the high school to start talking about freshman year of high school. So this is an opportunity for me to work with students a little bit, for them to get to know some of our high school students. So on stage tonight, we have the Strongsville High School Chamber Strings. Please stand, Chamber Strings. Some of these musicians were on this same concert last year's 8th graders, so some of them are freshmen, all the way up through our seniors, several seniors in there. So our students have a chance to sit with, perform with, talk to, and get to meet some high school orchestra students as we play some awesome repertoire tonight. Also, I get a chance to talk to you guys and give you a little bit of information about high school orchestras and what they are and who I am and all that good stuff. You guys can be seated. So before we get started, we'll have a reader introduce our first selection, but before we do that, let me tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Andy Heyer. I'm the Director of Orchestras here at Strongsville High School. I'm in my 27th year. It's hard to believe I've been around teaching that long. And here at Strongsville High School, we are very proud of our orchestra program. We have a truly exceptional featuring numerous orchestras of various age groups. The orchestra that nearly all of our freshmen are in is called the Freshman Orchestra. That is a 9th grade only orchestra, and that is the group that all students will automatically sign up for when they start scheduling. Later this semester, probably in March, maybe April, somewhere right in there, I will be distributing to any interested student audition material if they are interested in being a member of our symphony orchestra. The symphony orchestra is a 9 through 12 full symphony orchestra featuring woodwind, brass, and percussion every day, second period. It is also an honors class, meaning it's a weighted GPA since it is an audition group and we perform college level and professional repertoire throughout the year. You're going to get a chance to hear them on the All City Festival because we pair the 8th grade orchestra, the freshman orchestra, and the symphony orchestra on that same performance. So again, all of our 8th graders get a chance to hear and see them. Students interested in auditioning for symphony then would take those excerpts, start preparing them and learning them and getting prepared for the audition process. After all of our students have auditioned and we process all those auditions, we then post a list with guidance on those who are ready for the symphony orchestra, and some of whom are freshmen. Currently in the symphony orchestra this current school year, I believe we have probably about 9 or 10 freshmen in there in various sections of the ensemble. And then outside of symphony, we have the chamber strings. The chamber strings is not a daily orchestra class. It is a subset of the symphony orchestra. So those are our top-seated string players in the symphony. So all of the chamber string students you just saw stand are also members of the Strongsville High School Symphony Orchestra. That is their primary orchestra every day. And then we meet a couple times a week after school as the chamber strings. So that's kind of how it works. We have another orchestra, grades 10 through 12, strings only, called the String Orchestra. And there are no freshmen in that ensemble. So we're very proud of our program. We perform throughout the school year, starting in the fall, and we go all the way up through our big final end of the year spring concerts. We perform at state orchestra contest. In fact, it is contest season for our orchestras. In a few weeks, we will be participating in OMEA, large group orchestra contest right here in this auditorium because we happen to be a hosting site. So orchestras from the area come here, but we're the home school for that. We also participate in solo and ensemble contest. All of our high school students just did that this past Saturday at North Ridgeville High School. We do a lot of extra activities in the orchestra program, including travel out of state. In April, the Chamber Strings, who you just heard, are going to be going to New York City in April for several days. We're going to be performing at one of the cathedrals there, and we're also going to be doing a clinic with one of the conductors from the New York Philharmonic Professional Orchestra. So a lot of awesome activities that we are involved with in our orchestra programs. Our students who are in the orchestra program are, a lot of them are top 10% of their graduating class year over year. Last year, we had 24 students that were in the top 10%, top 5% of the graduating class. 22 of them were in our symphony orchestra. So we have everybody from students who, amazing academic students, to every single sport and activity represented. We have football players, basketball players, hockey players, cheerleaders. We have wrestlers, we have volleyball players, baseball, softball, track, cross country, swimming, diving. In fact, we're missing one of our students tonight. She's a senior, and we are qualifying for sectionals with the swim and dive team. We have ice skaters. We have, I'm sure I didn't say one that we have. We are well covered with athletics, student athletes. We have many of our students are majors in other areas, including art. We have a lot of artists in the orchestra. And one of the coolest things that I love about Strongsville High School, and it's hard to find at a high school, many of our student musicians are also not only members of the orchestra, they are in our choir program and or our band program. So we have students who are in all three groups. We have some students that it seems that's all they take are music classes, which is awesome. No problem with that. So it's a great opportunity for students to meet people, have an awesome experience making wonderful music, and we truly are a family. So tonight, I get a chance to conduct these awesome musicians. Monday, I'm going to come in and talk to them in their classes. I'll probably bring some of our high school student leadership with them as well. And then you guys will all get to hear us again at the All City, and you'll get to hear the Symphony Orchestra on that concert. And we're going to combine them with the freshman orchestra. So they'll literally be sitting next to a freshman who was just 1 year removed from this at the All City Festival. So without further ado, enough talking from my part, I'm going to go ahead and hand this over to our student reader who's going to tell us about this first selection we're playing tonight.
Hello, my name is Anissa, and I play the cello. Joseph Ballone was born in the late 18th century in the West Indies, the son of a plantation owner and slave. When he was 7 years old, his father enrolled him in a boarding in Paris. In addition to becoming an accomplished violinist, he attended an academy for fencing and horsemanship. When he graduated in 1766, he was made an officer of the king's bodyguard. He had great success in Europe during the time of Haydn and Mozart. In fact, he hired Franz Haydn to write the Paris symphonies, and Ballone conducted the premiere. Joseph Ballone was also composed music in all classical forms, including opera, concertos, symphonies, and chamber music. During his lifetime, he was faced with the same issues we still face today: racism and lack of opportunity for people of color. This makes his accomplishments even more impressive considering the time period during which he lived. Please enjoy Allegro Presto from his second symphony.
Hello, my name is Chesson and I play the violin. Composer Bill Calhoun was a music educator for over 30 years. Calhoun has written countless band, brass, and percussion arrangements, as well as pieces for a string orchestra. His music has been performed by ensembles all over the world and at many prestigious music conferences. Slavic Celebration is written in E minor and pays tribute to Slavic folk songs and culture. The piece begins with the fast dance-like section and transition into slower, more haunting middle section before returning to a fast dance. We would like to thank Mr. Heyer and the Strongsville High School Chamber Strings for performing with us this evening and for taking the time to perform for us tonight. Here is Slavic Celebration.
All right, guys. Hey, 8th graders, fantastic job. Well done. You were very musical. You played with a great tone. You played in tune. You were watching and very comfortable and confident on stage. That is awesome. Can't wait to have you here next year. So this is our chamber strings. They are actually going to orchestra contest in 3 weeks. So we're going to be performing music that they will be performing in front of judges here in a couple weeks. Gives us a chance to run it, and I've got some directors. Mr. Tyson's going to take notes for me, and I think Miss T is going to take some notes too on some things we could do better. Freshmen in this group, stand up. I'm going to call out our freshmen. Go ahead. If you're a freshman, 3 freshmen, cello, viola, violin in this orchestra. Seniors, stand up. And there's the big kids. Class of 24, right there. Yes. Some of these students are going to end up playing in college for sure. We also have some recognition. We have, leaving tomorrow for Columbus, Ohio, as a member of the 2024 All-State Orchestra in Columbus. Avanish, stand up. He starts rehearsals tomorrow at the Columbus Convention Center. I will be headed down on Thursday, as well as some of our staff members, to see all of our students, not only in All-State Orchestra, All-State Band, and our own high school wind ensemble was one of 2 high school bands selected to perform. They'll be performing Thursday at 5 o'clock. A lot of those students are in our symphony orchestra. So it's a huge conference with over 6,000 music directors, college, school level, K-12, college and beyond, all convening in Columbus. So, and Avanish is one of our All-State members. We also have students who are in Cleveland Orchestra Youth Orchestra, Avanish and Koyo, right? Go ahead and stand, Koyo kids. Good Koyo kids. We have students that are in NOYO, Northern Ohio Youth Orchestra, stand, NOYO. That's out of Oberlin University. We have students in NERO, Northeast Regional Orchestra. They performed at E.J. Thomas University of Akron. Stand if you are NERO people. And then I'm going to keep going. CYO, Contemporary Youth Orchestra, stand. I have some CYO students. Did I miss anybody? Did I miss any groups? No. Okay, good. So as you can see, these student musicians, they work hard. They're involved with a lot of stuff. So first piece we're going to play, I'm going to have a student tell you what it is. We're going to tune first, retune, and then you get to hear our first selection.
Hello? Hello? My name is Bach and Hello? My name is Chris and I play the violin. Johann Sebastian Bach lived from 1685 to 1750 and is considered by many to be the most important composer of the Baroque musical time period and perfected the art of composing the fugue. Bach was a virtuoso organist and teacher, performing at cathedrals all over Europe. As a composer, Bach was a master at counterpoint and composed such vast amounts of repertoire that we have a catalog numbering system included to him. This amazing arrangement for string orchestra by Francis Grant is a staple in our repertoire. You may recall that last year the Symphony Orchestra performed this original orchestration originally written for the Philadelphia Orchestra. Enjoy this beautiful arrangement of this powerful organ fugue.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I play the violin. Our next piece is a collection of dances composed in October of 1926 by British composer Peter Warlock. The piece was originally composed for piano duet and later transcribed for both string and full orchestras. The dances are based on tunes from a collection of Renaissance stanzas, which in turn were based on a set of medieval-era poems. We will be performing the bass dance, bronzes, and matashins, which is a sword dance. As we perform these three dances, one can easily envision a medieval castle full of interesting characters. Please do not applaud between movements and enjoy our performance of Peter Warlock's famous Capriole Suite.
So thank you very much for being here tonight. You guys did a great job. 8th graders, very proud of you. I will see you all Monday. If you have any questions, parents, about any of the high school orchestras, the process or anything, there's going to be a letter, an email sent to you soon with information through Ms. Taylor. And then please email me. If you have any questions at all, playing in a high school musical group is so important to a child's overall education. Research shows 10,000 good things because of it. Colleges actually look at that as a way to separate all of their high-performing students from that admittance pile, and they come through a program like this, you're like, oh, yes, that's definitely an important thing that this student has done. So at any rate, thank you very much. You guys have a safe trip home, and I will see you all soon.